Hello, everyone. Welcome to the yearly tradition for the channel. One of the few, of course, the trailer, the anniversary, and this. It's a year in review video. My MacBook is currently starting it right now. So I know it's here. As I've done every year, I know it's not here. 2020. 2020. Yeah. A very interesting and different year, to say the least. Now, my 2020, while it did suck much, like everybody else's, there were some good things to it. I will say that. Some good did come out of 2020. So, in typical fashion, we start with January. So January, of course, things are still pretty normal. We heard about COVID-19 over in China, but it wasn't really here yet, at least not as prominent as it was later on in the year. So things are still being done as normal. We still had events, still had gatherings. For those who don't know, I worked in a theater, for those who don't know, my first job was working in the theaters in my school district. We have 3 theaters at the high school, 9 through 12 grade, the middle school, 7, 8, 3, and the other school, 5th and 6th grade. Those 3 schools have theaters I worked in. We did the high school the most, the middle school went here and there. I did like 2 things in the 5th and 6th grade school, and that was it. One was a rental, one was a talent show for the 5th and 6th graders. I gotta admit, some of them were good actually, some of them I actually liked. Others, well, yeah, I will say though, they did a lot better than I anticipated they would. It was actually, for the most part, it was actually a decent show to watch. The middle school was pretty much all rentals, minus the occasional choir concert. The high school was rentals. You know what? I did a couple of rentals in the high school. Most of what I did at the high school theater was high school productions though. Musicals, dance stuff. We did a talent show there too. They actually did a decent job with the talent show. It's one of the last things we did actually in that theater. That was the last major thing we did actually in that theater before the pandemic started. It was like right in the beginning of March we did that. I can't remember one thing. And they played band concerts. I know the shows played and stuff like that. Most of what I did was in the high school theater though. The middle school and the other school were kind of not used too often. But anyhow, let's start with January, shall we? So, as I was saying, in the beginning of 2020, we were still doing shows and stuff in our theaters. One of them was called, well, I'm not going to say the name of it, it's a school thing, but it's a dance competition. It's a dance competition between teachers at my school. It's a fundraising thing. Whoever gets the most donations wins one award. And it's an online voting thing that you do on your phone. Whoever wins that gets the second award, whichever school team wins. It's fun to watch, and they do a pretty good job with it. It's a money drive for the school. Tickets, as well as sell tickets, they're like $5, I think. Depending on where you're sitting at, they're a little less. But yeah, it's a whole big fundraising thing we do. So we did that. I actually ran a fall spot for that, which is to do our fall spots in the high school theater. You gotta go with a 25-foot ladder. I'm not afraid of heights. I asked for this. That's where our house electric is. So the lights are above the audience and at the stage. I've been there a few times working on the lights and stuff. So I got used to being a bit on the height. And I thought, okay, it's a 1 hour show. This is the best time to do fall spot. If I don't like it, it's only an hour. And there's really only one rehearsal for that show, which is in the beginning of that day. I was there for a couple hours that day. I was only there for a couple hours that day. Yeah. I was only there for a couple hours that day in total, and after that, I was done. So I did that show, that's for the end of January. And this show came before that, called Celebrate Diversity. I don't know why they call it this thing. They have some groups come in to perform like songs and stuff, but to me it's not what Celebrate Diversity should be. But in the theater, What's that last year? I was in the theater my junior year when I had to do this on stage, doing trade run and stuff. This year, I was doing the cafeteria stuff. I sat in the cafeteria, which was the middle school kids came up and did a dance from their musical. Or a song from the musical. No, this is a song from the musical. Yeah. Middle school kids did a song from their musical. They're doing the next month. A couple other groups came in and did a song. And the Chinese students at our school did a dance. A couple dances. And that's about it. I think there was some diversity in there, but yeah. Never I envisioned to be diversity. After that, I got paid to do all of that, by the way. I actually worked for the school doing this stuff. I wasn't a volunteer. My junior year I was. And there goes the SD card warning. God damn, I meant to bring a card too. Fuck. Oh well, I'll get it later. I got 30 minutes to go. So we did that event in our school theater as well. So next up was Gamer 18. I filmed this in January. Actually, I wasn't there. I had the voice changer. The voice changer, as well as the Mackie mixer, came from my school theater. The Mackie mixer I had in that video has never been used, probably since then, and never used before that. It was part of the high school theater's original build, but it's backstage in a rack and never gets used. So I borrowed that board because it had a prepaid aux and a voice changer, and used that for Gamer 18. I did a team voice in the video. It was more for fun thing. It was kind of a dumb, pointless thing to do, but it was kind of a fun, different thing to do for Gamer 18. Yeah, I got the 18th Gamer video done in January. I bought it in February 2020. My 5-year anniversary, of course, as I mentioned, one of the good things to do on the channel, the anniversary video. We're now past 6 years, holy shit. We had a 5-year anniversary video in January. And I upgraded the hard drive in my NAS. Well, it became a hard thing to do because I had to pull out the old hard drive, put in the new hard drive, and take all the files off the old hard drive and put it on the new hard drive in the NAS. And there's no real good way to do this. My test computer, only a SATA 2 computer with 10100 Ethernet. So it's a really slow and painful process to do, but I did it. Now I just built recently a new system, brand new test system, Gigabyte Ethernet, SATA 3, NVMe, all that. So I have a modern test system to use from now on. So that's one of the reasons why I built that system, was to get around problems like this. But yeah, I upgraded the hard drive in my NAS. It took a really long, painful process to get all the files back on the NAS, but I did it. February. Things started to kind of pick up here. We started hearing more about COVID-19. But it's not, again, not too much concerned just yet. We're still running shows and stuff in our theater. And this trip for our musical in February, one thing that's on the list here, I did help do the middle school. I helped set up and instruct the middle school musical as well. Basically needed me to help run it, so I didn't help run it. They did instruct junior, I believe, there. At the high school, we did Phantom of the Opera. I was surprised. We watched the movie, we watched the 25th anniversary. Oh my god, that's painful to watch. Not opera, we all hated that. Fun fact, we were supposed to watch the musical to know what we were going to be doing. Well, two of us, one of them may have been me, decided to play 8-ball the whole time with one of my friends. So we were sitting there watching the movie, or watching the musical. I'm sitting there playing 8-ball with one of my friends, Rachel. We always played, until we got any downtime in class, I just texted her, hey, wanna play 8-ball? Yeah, sure. And we just played back and forth. In the movie, much easier to watch. Much easier to watch. But we did, I don't need to watch the show. I need the script. Put me somewhere, something to do. I'll learn it during the show. I asked for sound for this one, because the week before that, we did Guys and Dolls. I had sound for that. I got sound for this too. I ran the same board this year again. A Behringer X32 compact. My friend Mark and Latrell were with me. Latrell was the head sounding guy. He had the main character headsets. I had the secondary characteristics, and Mark had the pit orchestra. Mark was in the middle. Mark was in the middle, on the left side, the trail was the right side. Me and Mark had X32 Complex. On the trail, the headphone guy had a standard X32 full size version. Can't fit in the launcher, full size version. It's not any different white. This white, not whiter than that. Was it white? But anyhow, look at all the functions I just about to put in here. Show you what they look like. I was a team. We had of course made programs for the show. It's a funny story. They had programs made for the show. Really nice programs they had, and we had senior biographies. I graduated this year, so I did mine. There's a picture of you in there, and a little bio. This is so fun. The guy who played the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera had his bio in there too. So you had your name, like your bio, and a picture. When the guy who played the Phantom, my picture got on his bio instead, and his picture was on mine. So you look at the pictures and the descriptions, it shows you I'm playing the Phantom, and the fucking sound guy. So he was pissed, but that was hilarious. I can't blame him either. He had people there from college to see how well he could act, and he was really good. And they see this picture instead of his picture. And I used a really old picture to be funny. Once, I did something that backfired on somebody else. I thought it was hilarious. They did make us new programs just for me and him that had the corrected version, which is cool than to do. So it is a version of the program where we have the correct pictures on our bios. But yeah, the original program that most people have don't have the right pictures. Whoops, not my fault, but yeah. What happened was somebody was rearranging the BIOS section, and the pictures just got somehow switched around. So his picture got on mine, my picture got on his, so. It was a lot of jokes about me and the one guy, because we had X32s, which meant it's a phone app you can use to run the board on your phone. And one guy's like, hey, you can go on stage and run your own mic. Yeah, I could. I quite did actually. So yeah, that was our, we did film but we had actually seen the fell. I have a video, I might be able to put in, I'm not sure. We had an actual chandelier that was crashed into the stage. Which was very risky, very, it wasn't dangerous. Honestly, did it wrong. Honestly, did it right. The stage was clear. It was a really good thing to have. That made us all nervous though, because 100-pound chandelier falls in the ceiling is a little risky to do. So our tech director put two people that we could all trust in charge of that. So they're like, okay, they got that handled. So I'm glad she picked them herself, because she picked people that she knew she could trust to not be done with it, and they weren't. They did it as they should have done it, and nothing else. Sadly, in August, one of the chandelier operators actually died in a car accident. So that sucked. He was a really good kid, really smart, and although the assholes that could have died, or the morons that would go to prison, or be worthless idiots in life. How do you the smart kid that actually had a future that dies in a car accident? Hello, rest in peace, George. He was one of the chandelier operators. So moving on from that, from Phantom. Yeah, so I'm not sure when I got uploaded, but I know I did it in February, actually between the two rehearsal weeks for Phantom. I upgraded the Dell E6510. Upgrading the RAM and SSD to make it a little more usable. It worked before, but it was so sluggish with the mechanical hard drive and 1 gig of RAM on Windows 7. You got the 4 gigs of RAM and SSD that it still has to this day. I just don't know the Dell E6510 is the last one I bought in 2017, and I've been fixing it ever since. I bought it broken, I'm missing several parts. I've been fixing it ever since. I'm going to watch the videos. I'll link them down in the description below. Go watch that collection of videos on me fixing that computer up. I also had a huge backlog of videos after working on the 5-year anniversary song. I had the HC5 on here. I had the HC5 on here twice. Let's see that. Okay, I got uploaded in April. It's on here. I got uploaded in April. The rest of the video I spent editing all my videos I would put aside because I was working on the 5-year anniversary. When I do my anniversary videos, I work on that until what I do is I put all editing aside except for the anniversary video. I just work only on that. Because of that, if I start recording stuff while I'm editing the anniversary, that stuff needs to be edited afterwards. That happens every year. This year I did it too. I should did it. It works better for me to do it like this. So the rest of the video I spent editing stuff for the anniversary, editing all that stuff and become the backlog after the anniversary. March is where it all gets interesting. We did a talent show in high school, as I said. I did lighting for that one. We ran one last band concert at our high school theater. And that was it for the theater. Before the shutdown started happening, here in Ohio at least, our superintendent had canceled everything in the theater. Just as a precaution. And we had an idea that maybe things would get shut down for 2 weeks. And they didn't. So when I announced it, after I got from school, the next day would be the last day of school for a couple weeks. That day we already had it off though because our girls basketball team had gone to state championships. And they gave us the day off to go see the game. I didn't go see the game, I didn't give a fuck. The game got cancelled anyway after that. So we got a day off, the game got cancelled anyway. So no point in going up there. And yeah. So we really get to say bye to our friends for the most part, which sucked. I was like, oh yeah, we're out of school, and it's like, can we at least like, say goodbye to our friends first? No, it wasn't the one's fault because we had school off the next day anyway. That was the last day. But yeah, that burned a little bit. But oh well. Oh, I did not want to read that again. Oh boy. Okay. So before we get to that part, March here, I did the toilet paper skip. It was from New Part 1. The most important item ever, or something like that. I called it. It skip about the toilet paper shortage we had here in America, because for some reason everyone's buying all the toilet paper. For some reason everyone was buying all the toilet paper. Oh, America is full of morons. Anyhow, and March. I didn't get let's start in March. The last thing for March. Christmas Trade Season 2 BS. Christmas Trade Season 2 was a series I did on my other channel, TechSavvvvy. I wrote this series to have my 2 characters, Jamie, and Matt's character, and Mark's character. 5 characters. 2 were mine. 1 was a girl character. That was a horrible idea. Mark's character and Matthew's character. The girl character was written for one of my friends at school. She said she'd do it, and she likes to swear a lot and say the most inappropriate things. Because of that, I wrote the role to fit that type of thing. That's how she was to talk. I made the role to fit that. However, she decided not to do that role, and I had to find somebody else to fill that role. But I supposed to say all that stuff was kind of hard to do, and people kept quitting. And so, I think this is a lot harder to do. So, this series was one of the worst things I had in 2019. It started in 19, ended in 20, thank God. But this made the whole series a royal pain in the fucking ass to do. So, yeah, I hate that series with a passion. It's funny, like episode 9, but I fucking hated that process because of that character alone. I wish I would wrote that character out completely, or at least wrote it to be less foul. But it was pretty funny. It was a funny character, but it was not worth the time to get that character to work out. Funny a voice actor for her was a pain in the ass to do. So this continues to March and doesn't end until like June in the series. One person finally did the entire script for that character. Thank you, Aaron. Found it on Discord. What's that server? She did the entire role. I have a line so I can get the series done. That happens in June. April. So, the lockdown was supposed to end in March, and it gets extended to all of April. Damn. I wasn't, maybe 2 weeks off, no big deal. I think it was 3 weeks or 2 weeks from the beginning. It was 3 weeks from the beginning. It was 2. I don't know. Anyhow, the lockdown gets extended to all of April. School is shut down for all of April. Okay, we still have May, no big deal. We just think about each other then. I don't have either. Another thing I have for April was the COVID Part 2 skit, which is the interviews, I think. The interviews where I played from people. I played with random citizens, a reporter, and Donald Trump, I think. I played him as well. It's a fun little skit to do. There was a Coronavirus Part 3 skit that night was written with way too much work into it. It just didn't happen. It required like 25 roles, mostly voice actresses and actors. No one really wanted to do it, and I said, fuck this, I'm not doing another Christmas season 2. I'm just gonna throw this skit to the side before I get too far into it. So, to this day, that skit will never happen. We're gonna skit now, I can find one more voice actor for. I haven't quite figured out how things are gonna go just yet with that skit, but, yeah. I need that skit done this month, but I'm kind of busy at other things, so I haven't had time to do stuff with that skit, but I need to get back to work on that. So that was April. Lockdown was extended, and coronavirus Part 2 skit happened, the interviews in the squad. May. It doesn't change the SD card and probably the battery too, but I've tried one. Maybe not, fuck. Anyhow. May. And then in April, school is canceled the rest of the year. That's it, we're never going back. So during the lockdown, the Monday after the lockdown, I went to school, and one of my teachers was going there to get stuff. I borrowed a MacBook from there. That had a project on there that I wanted to finish. I did it for art for my theater class. It was the tech side of things, not the acting. We had to do a final project, and you had different options to do. One of them was a sort of, mine was one of my two, a spirit project and a creative project. My spirit project was a tutorial on how to run the whiteboard. It has DVI outputs, so I use capture cards to record the video output of the board and show kids how to do things. So I was editing on one of the school MacBooks because I was easier, it's already there. So I borrowed that MacBook for the year, for the whole lockdown actually, and was using that MacBook to edit the videos. So that also kind of made it, okay, school's canceled the rest of the year. I still have one of their MacBooks. How do I give it back? So I had them during the lockdown. Actually, one of my teachers was really nice and really awesome. She brought us cookies. She brought us all her homemade cookies. Cookies. Yeah. During the lockdown. She made all these cookies, got all her kids' addresses with our permission, and brought us all cookies. So during the second round she did, I gave her the MacBook back, and she took it back to the school. It belonged to her classroom. So I gave the MacBook back to her. That's how I got it back to him. But yeah, that's kind of funny. It's like, I still have this MacBook. Now what do I do with it? I said too, I was like, since school's canceled, I get to keep the MacBook, right? That didn't fly. Worth a shot, right? It's a 2018 MacBook Pro. The widest, the biggest screen. Really nice one. See, I touched on it. The USB-C is pretty annoying, but still usable. I didn't need the USB ports anyway. I knew, and the files I had on there already to edit that video with. But yeah, that's not quick. So maybe school gets canceled the rest of the year. Next we got a new lawnmower, a new riding mower for her. We had a riding mower before, the starter went out in it, and they changed the starter. You had to take the entire fucking motor apart. Copy that. Why? To change the starter, you gotta take the entire fucking motor apart. Fuck that and fuck you. My dad said fuck it and bought a new mower. That one was really old anyway, and worn out. So we bought it used in 2018, I think. So they bought a brand new coconut mower. So they got that new mower in May. I did the build in May. Here said I did the G420 build in May. I thought I did it in March. Huh. I guess the G420 build, I built it in May. I've been saying March the whole time. Oops. And I got my build on my NAS PC, my G420 PC. I guess I built it in May. And it's over there right now. I did the power supply. I changed the power supply in it yesterday. When I seen up at yesterday too. I worked like an hour for the video and that was it, so I filmed it a little easier again today. So I thought I hamper though. So yeah, I put my NAS build in May, I guess. Originally I had a 1 TB hard drive and a flash drive built off of Ubuntu 19.10 I think. Currently it's upgraded since then. I'll put the specs on the screen for that right now. I'll put saying it right now. But yeah, I'll put all the specs on the screen for that. And I just changed the power out yesterday. That video coming out probably before this video comes out. But yeah, about that I have my Snapdragon NAS too still, of course. I was thinking it was more of a permanent storage solution. Whereas the NAS is more of like my Snapdragon is more of like a quick access type thing. Like quickly access files on it, don't need a lot. Whereas the 4920 is more of I'm putting stuff on here and leaving it on here for a long time. With the NAS I use I use the Synology more as a backup. And the NAS, or no, I keep saying NAS. I use the Synology more as a backup and the 4920 more as long-term storage. No, that's the only copy on there. Like my backups, my iMovie libraries are on there. My old iMovie libraries are on there for big projects, like anniversary videos, trailers, my school project, like I mentioned, it's on there. And the NAS is copies of videos I'm working on right now. So I have all my footage on that mini to edit that. And a second copy is on the NAS, my Synology NAS, in case the Mac Mini's drive goes bad or gets erased by accident. That's why I have 2 NASs instead of just 1. Plus the 4920, I can have multiple drives in Synology onto 1 drive in at a time. So I can get like 4 drives to take on the 4920. And my graduation happens in May. As I said earlier, I was a senior last year. I graduated. So due to the fact we're gonna have the actual graduation, we did it in our school theater. You want in, I get a scheduled time with up to 4 people. All had to wear a mask. I could take mine off to get pictures. You walk down the house left aisle. House left for the theater. If you're looking at the stage, it's your normal house left, it's your normal left. House right is normal right. Stage wise, you're standing on the stage looking out into the audience. Stage left is your normal left. Stage right is your normal right. I was down the house left aisle. I gave the person a picture with my name on it. I knew her for doing my sales teachers freshman year. They give you a diploma, like a book that goes in. Walk across the stage, the principal's standing there. You stand on the stage in front. Then you can take your pictures. You walk down the house right aisle at the theater. Take my picture out there, walk to the door, and you're done. It was lame and dumb. Now I was pissed. I didn't do that. The only reason why I wanted to go to graduation was to see my friends one last time. Since they weren't going to be there because of the restrictions, I didn't want to go. My fucking bitch mother, on the other hand, made me go. Why? It's my graduation. Straight up to me, not you. But no, I had to fucking go. That just pissed me off. I would not smile the entire time. I was pissed. I smiled 1 time, that was it. The most part that I gave him this for pictures. I was pissed out of you there. It was bullshit. And for that, fuck you. Not the viewer, my parents making me do that. Like, it's my graduation. If I don't want to go, why do I have to? Oh, you have to. Well, fuck you, bitch. I was pissed that day. The good thing is I get to see the principals that I liked, my own teacher one last time. Otherwise, yeah, I was pissed to be there. That's bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, June, which I will do after I change the SD card out. I go to get a drink and change the SD card out and see if my camera better charged or not. Okay, I'll be back after that, and I'll start with June. We are almost halfway there. Cool. Okay, 2 SD cards later. I brought another SD card up. It had like 3 minutes left on it than the last one did. I did that well, I guess, so. So the second SD card. Now we're good to go. The camera battery has about 10 minutes charged, then from this. So I don't think it'll take me 45 minutes to do this part, but if it does, got extra battery that came out as well. And I just have a battery of lights as well. I've got all the extra shit everywhere. Alright. Back to the video. June. And bullshit ends. I mean, Christmas Destroy Season 2 ends. Thanks to Aaron giving all the lines for the female shooter, Jamie. Able to finish the entire series using that. Thanks to Mark, Matthew, did a couple more things. I think Matthew recorded episode 10 the first time he came over, right? Anyhow, I got all the footage that I needed, did all the editing. Destroy Season 2 was done in June. Done with. Fuck that series, fuck that bullshit. It's over, we're good to go. Cool. Let's see some graduation money. Let's see some graduation money. Money I have saved up, I bought a new mixer. A Behringer X1832 USD. Definitely worth the upgrade for sure. New buttons, effects, auxes, faders and stuff. Nice for the main volumes. Overall, it's a pretty good board. You can see my unboxing video right here. I'll show you guys a picture of it. I'll put a link down below in the description below. To both ways. And I got a new mixer in June as well. Job fail. Trying to do applications for a job. And got nowhere. However, the first application I turned in is where I got hired at. Believe it or not. My first application I turned in is where I got hired at eventually. The application expired after a month. So remember to do that now. The application expires after a month for this company. Remember that later. And Scammer 19 I found in July. I found Scammer 19 in June. Uploaded in July. July! Oh boy. The network upgrade. This went all over the place. This is a beginner's fuck up for sure. I don't know if you guys watch that upgrade. I'll show it off the description to that down below. It was a mess to get to where I am now. However, I learned a lot during that experience. Don't cheap out on cables. I'm about to find a new hardcore. I had to do a lot of things with new cable because the cable I bought was bad. That sucked a lot. Overall though, July is where the network upgrade begins. And yeah. Continued for a while actually. Alright, see what August has next. Oh boy, okay. This game is 2. I bought these games too. What happened with my aunt first gave me a Xbox Live money card. I bought Rocket League with that in December, I believe. And in August I bought these games too. I played these games one. I haven't played the whole game on the channel, however I have beaten the whole game twice, including the DLCs, some of the DLCs. I haven't beaten them all actually. And I haven't beaten them all. Not sure. However, I started playing these games too in July. And one of my favorites of 2020, the video production video, I started recording that in July. Detailing how I produce all my videos. That's a pretty good thing to do. Show you guys how to do it, show you guys how to do it, and to have a time mark of, at this time, this is how I did my videos. Has it changed much yet? No. Will it change in the future? Probably. So as 2020, you guys have to see in December how I record my videos before 2020, during 2020, and beforehand. August, oh boy, it has a pretty good story to it. So, first of all, the network upgrade continues. I'll continue on the network upgrade, rewiring my whole room for Cat 6 Ethernet. I'm putting the switch and the network wiring in my rack. My new car. In about March or April, I was told from my parents my graduation present would be me getting a new car. At the time, I had a 2002 Honda Accord. It went from A to B, but barely. It was a piece of shit falling apart quickly. It needed to go. So my dad told my parents in March or April. The limit was like $7,000 and I had to get under 60,000 miles. This is hard to do. Now, in April or May, we found a car. It was a 2014 Ford Focus, I believe, or a sedan. We found this car at a dealership nearby. Test drove it, a really nice car. We went as far as going to the credit union to get the loan for the car, and they needed us to put the insurance on the car for the credit union to give us the loan. The insurance was through the roof. It was like $300 a month, something like that, for the insurance. Or no. What was it? $5,000 a year. What was the price on that? $416 a month, not $300. $416 a month. Almost $5,000 a year to insure this car for me. It's a little pricey for that car. For that car, yeah. So we went first as to try and get the insurance for it. We went as far as to get the loan for it. For the insurance cost, and we kind of backed out of it. And reasonably so. My dad said he didn't want to do that, but my mom knowing. Plus, it's a lot to take on. So we decided not to buy the car because of that. Eventually my parents talked it over and decided it was probably worth it to get rid of my old car that was quickly falling apart and needed to go anyway. By the time the decision, the car had already been sold. So I had to buy a new car for about $7,000 under 60,000 miles. And less than 6 years old. 2014 or newer. Now I didn't mind the car from 2014. I didn't mind that the car was from 2014. I didn't mind that the car was from 2014. Damn it. I didn't mind that the car was from 2014. However, I'm not gonna not get a car because of that, but I fucking hate 2014 for a lot of reasons. One big one especially. Now, I was still okay with getting the car. If I got the car, fine. It's a car. Who cares what the year is? I'd really rather not though, and because of that, I waited. I decided 2015 and newer, since I had to find one anyway. Because I couldn't get that car because of the insurance rate being so high. So I decided to get a 2015 and newer, 60,000 miles or less, under $7,000, and I want a black sedan. I added the last two. I wanted to be black, I wanted a sedan. My dad said it had to be under 60,000 miles, less than $7,000, and less than 6 years old. I made it less than 5 though. So I found out in August actually. I found it on Craigslist at a dealership, and I stayed about half hour away. A 2015, one of my favorite years, Kia Forte black sedan for less than, it was like 49,000, 48,000 miles. We eventually changed the price limit to like $8,000, $9,000. It's a little more than I did want to pay for it, but we found a car that was good, it's nice, it fits the requirements. So my dad was like, okay, I can do $9,000 no big deal. So obviously we got the car. We got the bill of sale. My dad put a down payment on it to hold it. Then I went to the credit union and got the loan taken care of. Went up to the dealership, the paperwork there, and got my new car. My cousin currently has my old car. I didn't want to swear to that little bit there. The short story is we got a new car. I got a new car. It's a 2015 Kia Forte. My graduation gift from my parents. Next up for August. Continuing with the theme of getting a job, Dollar General. Oh boy, this is an interesting story at the moment, this other. So one time ago, me and my sister were talking about jobs and stuff. And she had to go for a retail job. She had to go for a retail job, not fast food. I took her advice on that. I went for retail only. I'm applying to a Dollar General nearby my house. So I got called in for the interview one day. Actually, the day about my car home. The day we brought my car home, I got a call while bringing out the driveway. I really sneaked around the yard. I got the call for the interview at like 9 o'clock or 9:30 that Monday, Saturday. I got the call for the interview. So I went into the Dollar General. I met with the manager, had the interview with her, gave my resume, it was my application. I did the application online. Gave my resume, my cover letter. That's what it is. Gave my cover letter, my resume. I dressed up nicely. Wore a mask, of course. Oh yeah, fun fact. I went to the interview. I got all the Dollar General. Realized I didn't have a mask. I seen two people walking out or walking in with a mask on. And I was like, shit, I have a mask. I had to come home real quick, grab mine. I had time, luckily. Go back there, walk in for the interview. Went with the manager, talked to her a bit, told me what I was doing, and I left. And that was the end of that interview. I had a phone call interview with Walmart and another company before that. Just a phone call interview. That was my first interview actually going into the place. So about a week later, I got another call from Dollar General. They went an interview. They went to bring my birth certificate and social security card. I'm hired. Cool. So I was talking to the manager on the phone, and I could tell it was a different manager. Which, retail businesses are gonna have multiple managers. I said, okay, no big deal. And she said, it's nearby this location and this. I'm like, you mean this and this? And she goes, no, but this and this. I'm like, just give me the address, I'll figure it out from there. And I checked the address, I looked up on my map, on my phone, on Google Maps, off Maps on that too. And it's got 34th Street right next to it. Which is fine, because the one that I went to, also has a 34th Street right next to it. I thought it was the same location as before. Turns out, somehow, it's not part of the location by my house. Another location got my application, like 10 minutes away. And unfortunately, there was a 34th Street next to that one as well. There's two 34th Streets in my area, and two Dollar Generals next to them. No, they're not on the 34th Street. They're down the road from it. I got confused and went to the wrong location. I thought it's the same location. Call me in again to get hired. It wasn't. It was a different location. Imagine being late to the interview. How dumb you look. Oh man. I went to the location. I almost skipped the interview entirely. I'll go there anyway. I'll find it to the manager and see what happens. Shucks, it was a little weird like. Yeah, just a little. Yeah. That's why it was a little odd. So I went to the location. I went to the other location that she got called into, got confused about. Talked to the cashier and asked to talk to her about a different interview. I need to talk to the manager. So I talked to the manager. Said, what was your name? And I told her this. And I said, I'm sorry I'm late. I had an interview here before and thought I was supposed to go there again. Oh, you fucking bitch. Alright, hang on. I was doing both now. Shit, it died. If that looks so weird, it's gonna make me die, that's why. Anyhow, so I decided not to skip the interview. Drive to the other location I got called into. Talk to the manager and see what happens today. So I got there to the location, talked to the cashier, told her for the interview. And called the manager up and talked to her. And she's like, where are you from? I told her, I'm from this area. And she goes, well, isn't there a Dollar General right there? I said, yeah, there is. I went there first, thinking I was getting called back there. I had an interview there before. I applied to that location. So I went to her, and I went to there first. I was supposed to go there first. I thought I was supposed to go there I found out I wasn't supposed to be there. I drove you here instead. I said, I'm late, I'm sorry. And she said, oh no, that's not your fault. You applied to there. I'm like, yeah, I did. How did you, although, how did I get you in my system? I don't know. So she said she was really nice about it. She was awesome about it. Well, I'll talk to her. I'll talk to the manager of that location and see what she plans to do with you. If she's not planning to hire you, I'll see if I can hire you over here. It was awesome of her. She was really nice about it, and she understood. You know, I got confused. She agreed that it was confusing. I actually prefer to work for her because I can tell just from that day alone. She's nice, she's understanding, she's reasonable, she's not mean. And she can be like, you're late, why are you late? You know how dumb this makes you look. You know, why would I want to hire somebody? Why I want to hire somebody who's late? She didn't say any of that, she just said, well, yeah, I agree, that is confusing. That happened. So I was for her. It was a longer drive, sure, but the manager's nice and understanding. Worth the extra drive, for sure. On the way home, I'm driving in a car I just got a couple weeks ago. I've rarely ever driven on the highway. The whole way there, I did not have to drive on any highways. On the way back, it took me on a major highway to get home. In a car, I'm not quite used to driving just yet. Holy shit, that was nerve-wracking. I stayed in the right lane. I knew what exit to get off on. I didn't use my GPS either. I didn't use GPS to get there, GPS to get home. So I used the GPS to get home to be on the fucking highway, which sucked. Until I realized it was too late. I had to go on the highway. That was so nerve-wracking going. Same as to me, brand new car. It's actually 5 years old, but to me it was brand new. Going down the highway the first time ever. Going on that highway for the first time ever was nerve-wracking. I got on the highway right now I could. I was like, okay, I made it, cool. Drove my way home from there. I didn't go right home from that exit that I took. I got the car home, and I was like, wow, what a mess. And I went to my house and changed. That was an interesting process of those interviews. I need to drink for that one. Whew, so hot. Alright. That's the last year, and in August, I imaged on my computers. My MacBook, for the first time ever, Mac Mini. The second time I ThinkPad, and my custom build my 200R. I did imaging all those computers. It's just because I'm preparing to image the Mac Mini, or especially because I was preparing to upgrade the Mac Mini to an SSD. And the first thing was putting an SSD in my Mac Mini. Replacing the 1TB 5400 RPM mechanical drive, a 2TB SanDisk solid state drive. A video you can see in the description down below. The 2-porter, the 1-porter. Story of my life. Remember how the company that I got hired for, remember how I said the occasion expired after 30 days? I spent most of the summer applying in different places. I turned in a second updated application to this company in August. Keep in mind, I turned in August. They expire after 30 days. Keep that in mind. After August and the job interviews and the door in general, I stopped turning applications. I knew I was going on vacation in September, so to make sure I could still go, and not start like a week beforehand, I decided to hold off on applying, and not apply until I got back from vacation. I also, early on in 2020, I was going to be 18. No, I turned 18 in 2019. Obviously, if I was doing in America, when you're 18, you can legally vote and register to vote. I was not going to register to vote. However, in June, I decided I am sick of Trump. Fuck this, I'm gonna vote and vote his ass out of here. So in August, I registered to vote online. I got the card in, I think August actually. They sent the card in the mail from me. Yep, we have you registered, here's your location, here's your district, blah blah blah. I voted by mail, so I didn't get that location. September, the best month ever. I was born on September 24th. I started testing Final Cut Pro. I knew early on, even in 2019, I wanted to try to get rid of AMD by the end of 2020. AMD is good, don't get me wrong. But it's lacking in some areas. Doing more than one picture in a picture is hard to do because you have to do one picture, export that, re-import it, and then do your second picture. That was one limit. Censoring is kind of hard to do too. That requirement is doing picture movie. I would like to have multiple things be stackable on top of each other. I wanted a lot of advanced features that I maybe just didn't have. Originally I wanted to test Vegas Pro after. Sony Vegas Pro. It'd be awesome to edit on my Corsair 200R build, my i5 8500 build. It's far more powerful than that mini, and much more upgradable. However, Vegas only gives you, it's not owned by Sony anymore, I don't think. Vegas only lets you have a 2-minute export limit in the trial, and it's watermarked. And I just can't get an accurate test out of that. So I decided not to use Vegas and instead try Final Cut Pro. For log links on Final Cut Pro as well. I would consider Adobe, but I don't want to do it. I don't like the idea of paying a monthly fee for software. I'd rather pay a one-time fee and be done with it, because that Adobe wasn't an option to me. Either Vegas or Final Cut Pro. So Vegas having a hard export limit of 2 minutes, and it's not really testable at all, in my opinion. I decided to try Final Cut Pro out instead. I asked to see if maybe way around it, but they gave me a code to try it without the restrictions. They wouldn't do it. So I had stuck with the export limit no matter what. And I decided I want to actually produce these with it and try it out fully before I go out paying $300 for it. Final Cut Pro gives you a 90-day trial with all the features unlocked. Good on you, Apple. For once, you did something good. For once. Yeah. You guys bet Apple does something nice for the customer for free. So, I tested Final Cut Pro using the internet, then announced it on the channel. I did green screens, pictures, effects with it, everything I could think of I would need. Once I learned it, it worked amazingly, and I knew, okay, Final Cut Pro is the way to go. As I said before I started applying for jobs and watched vacations over, I was downstairs. I did the internet, then announced it. My car, when I got my car, when I tested it, it had a key and a remote for it. The remote, however, did not work. I specifically bought a remote for my old car, to have the remote for it. I was having it unlock, lock, open the trunk, so on and so forth. So I thought, okay, no big deal, the remote is dead, or the battery is dead. I can buy a new remote, no big deal. We let the dealership know when we tested the car, hey, the remote doesn't work, and they said to look into it. Turns out the remote did not belong to my car. There was never a remote module installed on my car. There's no receiver installed on the car for a remote. And my car doesn't support a remote, period. Which pissed me off. We already gotten the loan for it before I found out. So it kind of locked in as it was. September, my birthday gift, I got a remote start kit for my car. I got paid $400 for it, being installed. Has a lock, unlock remote start, and my trunk button. However, because the remote was already installed on the car, the key I never installed a electronic way to open the trunk. There's no wiring to open the trunk on the car. Therefore, the trunk button doesn't actually work on my car. You can't open the trunk with it. So I had to lock, unlock, which was important to me. I had to close the door and lock it, so I know if the doors are closed, I lock the car. I had to have the keys in my hand, therefore, I can't lock them in the car by accident. Therefore, I can't lock them in the car by accident. Which is why I don't like not having a remote. At least I have the lock, unlock, and the remote start, which is nice in the winter. The trunk, I can live without. I don't use it that often. It's annoying, sure. But I use the trunk often enough to really care. What's important to me is the lock and unlock again, so I don't accidentally lock the keys in the car. That I do have with this, so I'm good with that. And we went to drop the car off at 2 o'clock. There's 10:26. We dropped the car off, had the remote start installed at 2 o'clock. picked it up at 6 o'clock, brought it home, got my dad's truck, and left for Killed Hills, North Carolina. Vacation time. Oh, that was so nice. Yes, during the pandemic, I know. Took a lot of on my mom's side of the family. Well, not all of them, but all of them were on my mom's side of the family. But all of them were on my mom's side of the family. We all went down to Killed Hills, North Carolina, vacation, at a beach house. It was a really nice time to be there. Nice weather all week. Had a pool, indoor pool. I built a house right on the beach. Did that cool 1,000 piece puzzle. Did two. One 1,000 piece puzzle and 999 piece puzzle. One piece was missing. That was so annoying. We got all the pieces together and realized one piece was actually the wrong piece of the puzzle. It didn't belong to that puzzle. So one puzzle was 999 pieces, and one didn't fit it. And another puzzle was 1,000 pieces uncompleted. We did golf. My great uncle's 80th birthday. We had a surprise party for him. It is really actually in November, but we did it early since everyone was together. The next day was a surprise graduation party for me. A few months late, sure, but I never do, of course. So yeah, I had two surprise parties. My great uncle's 80th birthday party and my graduation party, where I got this sign by all my family. Right here. I'll put it somewhere. Picture that. Let's see what then. Let's go to the beach and the ocean and the pool. I took my Xbox down with me, but I didn't use it like really at all. I used my Xbox the first night I was there, and that was it. I had so much stuff to do. Other than that, I didn't need to use it the whole time. It was awesome to do. I had a MacBook course, just editing with. I did a little bit of editing here and there. I spread a couple of videos here and there. I wrote a couple of things. Otherwise, I didn't use MacBook. I didn't use really anything electronic down there. I was running my phone here and there. Cause we had a pretty good time. You know, we had we're all they're all my second cousins on my mom's side of the family. One of them bought a rocket launcher, a stomp rocket launcher for our younger cousins. They're like 8 and 6. We did that. We all got on the beach with the rocket launchers, and they went high as hell. I don't want to show the video because there's a little kid in it. But anyway, show a little bit. I can cut her out of it, and I can show the rest. But the rockets, they went far up in the air. I mean, we were all playing a game where we launched the rockets off and swim trying to catch the rockets. We had me and one of the kids doing it, or me, both little kids, their sisters were doing it, or adults were launching them off, and the kids would try to catch them. We did all kinds of stuff with rocket launchers. It was awesome to do. It said 3 plus, and it really meant 3 plus. It hit all ages, 8-year-old, not at the time yet, but not 8-year-old. Great uncle, all the way down to like a 6-year-old kid playing with these things. It was just awesome. Of course, crab hunting on the beach, we did that. Flashlights and stuff. We did. What else did we do? What are these workouts in the pool? A hot tub, was so nice. Oh, Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity, but other kids were in bed. That was quite hilarious. I went 2 cards to that. So, it is fun. Playing Cards Against Humanity on vacation. My second cousin, his dad is gone. He has the black card. His card was like, what is my superpower? I think what it said. What is my superpower? What is my superpower? Superpower. My cousin's card was boring dudes in the back alley, and his dad picked this card to win. So Dad 10 went. My mom was next with the white card, or no, the black card. Our card reads, Hannah Montana's new obsession is, or I think Hannah Montana is obsessed with something and blank. I had a, I had a card that said necrophilia on it. I played that card, my mom plays the card, and she's like, are you serious, that's you? and like, parent and kid, twice in a row. Parent and son, twice in a row. Second card I win. I think the second cousin plays a card. It says, how do I lose my virginity? I had a card that says the Pope on it. I won, he picked that card. And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah, I was thinking about cards against me. I couldn't wait to play that game. We played it with pretty much everybody, of course, the younger kids, because that game is not for kids, obviously. They went in bed when we were playing that game. I remember my cousin going down the hot tub afterwards. I don't know why I remember that story. Me and my other cousin were in the hot tub the next, or a couple days later actually. Him and his girlfriend, his dad, and me. We were in the pool freezing our asses off that one day, so we got in the hot tub and warm up a bit. The vacation stories, I think. Did the puzzle, that. Played pool a little bit, and the pool table downstairs. I suck at pool. I can do 8-ball. Can't play actual pool though. I lost that game. My dad, I think. Yeah, I think I lost my dad. He had a really nice house up there too. I have some pictures that I can put in somewhere. So I guess about it. For reasons space. So that ends September. Actually, we were there September 26th to October 3rd. October. I recorded the last episode of my Black Ops 2 playthrough. I recorded that in September. I released it in October. Started playing World at War, and instead, I finished World at War since then as well. I did not 7 and 8. Released those 2. Or no. I started recording 7 and 8 in October. So, I didn't mention it, but in October I got a call to come to an interview at my current job. I got the call, my phone was inside my room charging, I was outside, I missed the call. So I called the number back to see who it is, just in case. I didn't get the job thing, but it was, of course. I get the, robot greet thing. Thank you for calling XYZ. Press this for this. I'm like, fuck, they called for a job interview. So I called, got to talk to a person, customer service. I explained to her, I got a call for a job interview. I missed the call, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll transfer you to somebody. I get one of the managers, Bobby. Bobby no longer works there. I got him this time. I was like, hey, I got a phone call from you. I think for a job interview, I'm not quite sure. Oh, okay, I think I know who called. Give me a second. Talk to the person named Amy. Now, Amy works at a different location in our company, but she was there temporarily because our actual hiring manager was on vacation for a while. So I think what happened was, I did the application online. I don't think our actual manager checks the online applications, but this manager does check online applications. How I got hired here. So I got talk to this girl named Amy. She's one of the managers from the company. Again, different location. I told her who I am. She said, oh yeah, I called you. Are you still interested in the job? I said yes. She said, okay. Can you do 9:20 on Tuesday? Sure, I can do that. So, okay, come to customer service, let them know, and we'll go from there. Alright, I was going to interview with Amy. Okay, thank you. Now, I was told the hiring manager was somebody else, and it was her vacation. So I printed out a new cover letter with the image name on it. I spelled AMY. Actually, AIMEE in her case. I've never seen that spelled before. Oh well. So I had her name spelled wrong on the cover letter. To the events, we were talking on the phone. You can't see letters, so I couldn't know that her name was wrong. So I printed out a little bit of a better resume on what I did when I turned in online. Printed out the cover letter. And was prepared for Tuesday. for the interview. So I go in, and I see a security guard there. And I ask him, hi, where's the customer service desk? Now, mind you, I've never been in this store before. That's right over there. Right there. Okay, cool, thank you. So I walk over to the customer service desk. Tell her I'm here for an interview with Amy. She calls her, lets her know. She's waiting for a minute. Okay. 20 fucking minutes I stand in there. When she finally came around the corner. 20 damn minutes. God damn. I was late. The fucking manager was late to the interview that she scheduled for me. Anyhow, I get the interview. I go to the office. I talk. I knew I wanted to ask what hours I'd be working. So at the end of the interview, after she explains the hours vary, I asked her, what hours do I work? And realized she said it already. My interview was, don't ask don't ask something they've already said the answer to. They're gonna look pretty fucking dumb. So I didn't think I could get the job because of that. I also didn't know my social security number. I knew it, and I told her I'm not sure that's right or not. I'll have to check. She had just to call back. I told her it was like 1 o'clock because my mom was in bed. So she called back to her, talked to the manager. His name is John. He's also not there anymore. I haven't let him know if it's correct or not. I didn't change one number off. I had wrong. I called John, talked to him. He's like, oh yeah, he told me about you. You gave him the correct number, and they have the background check, or background check, my social security number for. About a week later, I got the phone call from that same manager asking to come in for orientation. I was hired, woohoo. So I was in the store at the time, told me I got 2 o'clock, I think, for the orientation. We had watched probably an hour, I did about 3 or 4 hours, I think. I really didn't watch like an hour-long video. I was 50% like paperwork that big. I had to watch a orientation video. Nice flat screen TV. And 4x3. Why? 4x3 fucking printed. It was so restricted. I didn't expect that. It's so obvious. But it's in 4x3. Nice flat screen TV. And the disc was skipping around too. Why? This is a fucking orientation, do all the paperwork, and Elgato. I think you had to fill it as the video went along. You had to fill that out, fill the application, fill the paperwork, rather. Like tax stuff, your name, emergency contact, stuff like that. I also had to look through the interview notes. They're in my folder, her interview notes. One of them was how nice you dress. I had a dress shirt on, dress pants, shoes, yada yada. I got a prize for dressing up nicely. Glad I did that. She was really nice and friendly. Starting to work. I got to see her notes on me. That's cool to see. This person who did the orientation with us is another manager that doesn't work at my location. So, the 2 managers don't work there before. One actually doesn't work at that location. So she said, okay. At the end of the interview, she tells us some more stuff. This is toward the office real quick and says, okay, come in on Wednesday after 4 o'clock. I come see your schedule. Okay, cool. So I leave and go home. Everything I voted by mail this year. As I said, I registered to vote this year. And my mom was supposed to vote by mail. And we dropped off the ballots at the local elections office. On the way home, I got a call from the store. From the actual manager, or one of the actual managers that works there. He said, yeah, I see you got hired on vacation. I said, yeah. I need to schedule some training dates with you. I got scheduled for Wednesday and Friday, I think. So, Wednesday I went into the office, found the manager. She said, oh, you must be Jameson. I said, yeah, I am. She introduced herself, introduced me to one of the cashiers, and said she was training today. Okay, cool. I clocked in. That was my first day of training. She did a good job training. She watched me, she told me what to do, and she did a really nice job. My second person who trained me, the second day, did not pay attention at all. So I fucked up a lot because she wasn't paying attention. I forgot people's bags, I scanned expired coupons, I broke, I had to scan like a pie thing to the grocery store. I was cashier there. I had to scan a pie thing and the box came open and that ruined it. She did not fucking pay attention to me at all. So I wish she would have done a better job with it. Yeah, she showed some new things, but she really should have paid attention a lot more to me than what she actually did. But oh well. That second day, I had a job before this, but my boss, I knew her before I started working there. I knew what I was doing beforehand too. This job, I don't know anybody here. I don't know what to do yet because it's my first time doing this. That second day, I screwed a lot. I was gonna get fired for that. I still worked there. I wasn't gonna get. I figured it out. People are really nice and forgiving. They're extremely dumb, but you make a mistake here and there, no big deal. They don't really mind. They just want to get it fixed and move on. But I think it's kind of funny to think I was gonna get fired. But I thought I was gonna get fired like day 3 or day 2. Oh yeah, normally you only get 2 training days. I got 3 one because I wasn't ready to be on my own just yet. But that's a horrible fuck up. I told her, also my dad told me I had a $1,000 limit on my Christmas gift. So I was not expecting to go that high, but I'll take it. I got a Power G3 in October. It showed up the day I had a Power G3. Showed up the day I had to do my orientation. So it literally got my door some hour before I left. I put it in my room as I was leaving. I didn't see it was there. So I went time to leave my orientation. Found the Power sitting at my doorstep. Put it inside the house, in my room. Get my car on the orientation. As I said before, I voted by mail. November, I got 2 more months to go. I got the iMac Core Duo, my friend Mark. The same Mark I talked about earlier. I brought over the musical. I have the iMac Core Duo 2006 model. 2006 iMac Core Duo. I got it for $60 off him. He knows all the computers and stuff, so he told me that. And I have an iMac as well. Biden wins the election. I voted for Biden, FYI. If I could have guessed, I thought Trump. I voted for Biden. I voted for a judge that I know in my area. Really awesome judge. Tries to do the right thing by us. He comes to our school and done talk before. The same judge too. And I was at elementary school. He paid for us to have a courthouse. We were learning about, in 3rd grade, we did like a little class learning about court and stuff, how trials work. And his sister worked for the school, teaching this class. This judge, she was on money for a bunch of 3rd graders to come see his courthouse. So I thought, that's a good person right there. So I voted for him as well, to recognize the name. And I voted for Biden. I voted for 2 people on my ballot. I remember my first full month of working, where I work currently right now. I work 4 days a week, usually about 7 hours. It's usually about 6 hours a day, actually. Maximum 7 scheduled. Sometimes I get extended on part-time right now. Sometimes those 7 hours of shifts will get extended to more hours. But I think the max I'm going to be scheduled for. I think the max I'm going to be scheduled for is 7 hours at a time. Per day, rather. December. I ordered my Christmas gifts here. There's no hiding it, there's no spoiling it. I just order what I want. With my debt, Amazon account. Again, I have a $1,000 limit. I'm spoiled, I know. I ordered them in December. Try to fix the Christmas lights. Try to fix some Christmas lights. I don't know. I did our outside lights this year. I was the one to do it. Half of them did not work, so I had to fix those to get them to work. I did a video fixing the Christmas lights. I can link that somewhere down below as well, and show its like thumbnail and tab on the screen. I started working on the trailer and reviews. Working on those, getting stuff, clips and stuff edited for those, recording. I did the 2020 skit. I really got to do in time between work and editing and voice acting problems. And I got the upload schedule continued without recording any tech videos. I haven't recorded tech videos. I've been recording tech videos, but I have enough tech videos still to keep going without recording anymore. I have enough edited and uploaded to just give them to be released, not record anymore while working on the anniversary. I went to the left pretty quickly here, but it's already over an hour long. And yeah, I'll put like summaries and stuff at the end here. But yeah, I was doing summaries. I forgot to do them. Oh well. I'll clarify anything in editing if I feel like I didn't come out understandably enough. But that is my 2020. Overall, not that bad, actually. I mean, it wasn't great. It did really suck. But I made the most of it for what I could do. And that being said, that's my 2020. Woohoo. I wish I graduated. My biggest wish is that I graduated a different year because of this. It was nice to say goodbye to my friends. August, kid passed away. I did see some of my friends at his calling hours. We all went to his calling hours. I did see some friends there. One thing I really would love to see the new teacher from the state after we graduated. So I get to see her, but I had to see with my other friends there that I would like to see. But yeah, I really wish my graduation really made me mad about the whole pandemic. But oh well. So yeah, that did my 2020. I'll make things better and next video. If you already 4 minutes left on the camera, then change the battery first. I'll finish the video off. Alright, cool. I don't have to rush through it. So, that was my 2020 for you guys. Basically, a rundown of it. Of course, not every little thing got mentioned in the video. Like the major things and some minor things did. I will say I'm going to give you a bunch about funny retail stories as a cashier. I'll give you to have some more stories already. It's been almost 6 months. I've been in the one already. I have big plans this year. One of them a little scary to go into, but I'm going to put them right through it. I still plan on doing videos, of course, this year. And of course, I can want to videos about this year, next year, 2021, in review. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I got some shit I got to throw up first, though. Oh boy. Okay. So, that being said, that was 2020. Y'all enjoyed. Sure, it wasn't the best year ever, but I did get some. It wasn't all bad for sure. I've had worse years, I would say, personally. 2014 was a rough one. I would say 14 was worse for me personally, than this year. Because 2014, yeah, that's another story for another video. Anyhow, hope you all enjoyed. That's me, guys. Take it easy.